Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to be talking about the sensitive topic of do as I say, not as I do. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So with SH50 comes the obvious problem that some people are going to upgrade before others. And there's obviously a lot of competitive people in the game that get wrapped up and they're like, hey, I want to be number one. I want to be SH50. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Now, the game developers know this. It's been out for, I don't know, a month and a half, whatever. And so there comes a point when the game developers try to maximize the amount of revenue that they get from a potential upgrade. Right? They created some content. I use that air quotes. It's basically just a skin and a config file. It's basically nothing. But from that, they definitely want to maximize revenue. And the way that they do that is through events like this, where you spin and you spin and you hope that you get the rewards, and you may or you may not get them. You know, everybody's not spinning and getting the same thing. Some people are spinning and getting more lucky than others. Like if you're a small house and you spin one time, you're probably going to try and get hooked. They do weird, janky things with the RNG, which makes it basically not RNG at all, but manipulated. So yeah, we know that this isn't true luck. This is manipulation. So that's the first thing that we establish. The second thing is that they're playing on your emotions, right? So the point of this video is to step back for a second, reflect on it, and say, okay, let me set my emotions aside for a second. Let me set aside my competitive behavior for a second. What should I do? Well, besides using discounts if you are going to spend, cough, cough, Amazon coins, you may want to consider, like, do I need to participate in this event? Because if everybody, and I'll include myself in this, if everybody, including me, didn't participate in this event, they would stop doing it. I have an uncle. All the Democrats in the House forgive me for saying this. But he says, vote like a Republican. And by that, he means vote with your money. Because, well, I guess, forgive me, Republicans were saying this too. Maybe they want to be offended by this, yada, yada, yada. That Republicans will generally, hey, if this is good for your wallet, this is the direction they're going to go. So, like, don't give bad people your money. And that's exactly this case. So they keep doing it because they get away with it, because they know it works, because it's a psychological, basically, battle, and they definitely have the advantage. They have all of the cards, and you have none of them. And we, and I'll include myself in this, are all addicted to this game. Maybe not this game. I'm off playing the Ants, which is, in my opinion, equivalent and extremely better in many, many aspects. For example, how they do the events. And okay, My New Kingdom, you can't see the events today, but in 2 weeks, we're going to have something like Kill Event, but different, a little bit different. It's, against like another server instead of 4 servers and, yada, yada. Anyway, the way that the spending in that game works is different. You just spend 10, $15 a day and, off you go. You're doing okay. And so far, I haven't seen too much weird jinkiness that's blatant and rude and offensive like King of Avalon. But I mean, hey, if you're going to do it, at least get discounts. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, step back, reset your feelings, try to put those aside, and objectively look at this game. It's not the time to push your upgrade, it is the time to exit. Seriously. Because if you push to SH50, imagine how it's going to be. Remember that I went through SH31, SH35, SH40, SH45. That was like 4 times I've been through this. Now they're on SH50, right? So this will be the 5th round that they've introduced basically a new tier. At SH31, I remember it was some Chinese guy. I forget who it was. But I mean, you have to remember that that was, 4 or 5 years ago. I want to say his name was Dark or Wind or shit, I can't remember. I think it was Darkness or some shit like that. And he ended up being the first 31. And then the first 35 was 242. and then the first 40 was, I think that was Coco, and then I was obviously the first 41, 42, 43. Ha 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 ha. I wasn't the first 44 or 45. They definitely cock blocked me on that. But yeah, so I went through these cycles of upgrading again. And the moral of the story is that you're going to get like ahead of everybody, and then you're going to fight against somebody else who's ahead of everybody, probably some Chinese person, and there's going to be two of them and one of you, and you're screwed. And then you have to wait and suffer for your friends to catch up and encourage them to spend. So it's social, it's gambling, it's all of these different elements, and they're all tied together. And you really got to break that cycle. So all the top people in the kingdoms, this is the time to go on a spending strike if you're going to do it, right? Because just don't. Just don't push. Don't participate in gambling events. Don't spin the wheel. Just don't do it. Yeah, my personal advice for how to cope with this gambling addiction, right? Because gaming or gambling addiction, same thing effectively at this point. Um, Find something to replace it. Quitting cold turkey for most people is not going to happen. Just let's be pragmatic about it. Treat it like a drug. Treat it like something that's a serious addiction, and say, okay, how do I replace something really bad with something that's maybe less bad? And that's why I actually promote the other game. I consider it to be less bad, to be honest. I don't know, just me. Um, I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but that was just my stomach. I just finished eating some quinoa and vegetable salad thingy. Wow. I hope the microphone is actually good enough that you could hear that. That would be impressive. Um, let's see if it's going to happen again. No? No? I guess my stomach is doing a cameo appearance, but maybe you did or maybe you didn't hear that. Anyway, so if you've listened to my blah 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 for a few minutes, I know this isn't the exciting blasty videos of yore. However, I have a feeling that blasty videos and ants are coming. I do. I have a feeling. 13, 14 days is the start of a Warzone event, and I have a very good feeling that I'm going to smash the shit out of somebody else's server. Maybe. We'll see. So there is that. What else? Oh shit. On Christmas Day, like 20 people unsubscribed, and it put us right below 25K subscribers. So pretty please, if you guys don't mind me, if you know something, hit subscribe. Or just comment below, and more people will see my videos, and maybe they subscribe. I don't know, something like this. But yeah, this is my community service message for the day. You know, if you're gonna gamble, get discounts, and you know, don't gamble in this game. Switch it to something else. So that's my best advice for you. Yeah. So happy holidays. Love all you guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, see you.